Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. Hope you can hear me all. I'm Sherman Harmer. I'm with Urban Housing Partners. I'm here tonight with Eric Jones, who's the president of Urban Real Estate Services, and Jeannine. And Jeannine has been working with the family, Pernicano family, for many years now. She is the listing agent for the property and has been busy looking at all the various offers that have come in over the past months. Maybe it's been almost a year. Jeannine Savory, everybody. The Pernicano family is committed to developing and seeing the property develop. We know that it's been an eyesore for many years. We know that much of what you heard in the past has been through the newspaper. So I'm trying to break that trend and come here tonight to talk to you personally and pledge our interest in working with you as the months go by in the future as we look at a developer and site planning and that type of thing. I've been developing for 45 years. I started with a full head of hair. And after many meetings like this, I've lost it all. No, I'm just joking. I've served as a community planning group chairman in the past. We have developed in Hillcrest here, Bankers Hill. We did the West Park condominiums down next to where Leo lives. We've been involved for many years in the revitalization of the Lafayette Hotel, North Park. We just finished that up a couple of years ago. That was a 7-year effort. None of these things ever take a short period of time. They always seem to take a long time. We've also been involved in Little Italy and mixed use and infill in other parts of the city. And the Pernicano family wanted us to be part of their team to ensure that good planning principles, best practices, and the work with the community was handled professionally. And that's my commitment to you tonight, is that we want to work with you. We have no designs yet. We're hoping that this week there will be a finalization of a signature between the sellers and the buyers, and that as soon as that's done, we want to start conceptually designing as soon as possible. So rather than wait for another month, your chairman was kind enough to let us on short notice have a few minutes of your time tonight. I know we don't have enough time to answer all your questions and get all your input, so I had a card passed out individually to each of you. I'll be out of town for a couple of days, but I'll be back next Monday, and I'd be glad to hear from you anytime. You can call the office and give us your input and your feedback and that type of thing. There's been a lot of proposals made on the property. Michael Stonehouse is here tonight, and I know Michael worked years ago when Todd Gloria first called me and said, "Sure, can you do something to get that Pernicano property going rather than having it just sit? We'd like to see it developed and look at the possibilities." So we've been looking at it since 2010, and now we're at the point where we have the family in a position and ready to sell. We have a well-known developer willing to build, and we have a team of consultants that we want to put together in the next month or so. I think it will provide a real win-win for the community as far as being able to get a new project. The concepts that we've been told that people like are they want it to be iconic, naturally. They want it to be an opportunity site that may not come up against a site like this for many years. It connects between 5th and 6th Avenue. And so there was a discussion of boutique hotel, rental, condominiums, retail, public spaces, public realm, outdoor dining, and public plaza area, public realm areas, and unique landscaping, lighting, extra parking. We've heard just about all the ideas. But I wanted to make sure that we had your ideas, as you are the leaders for the community. And we want to make sure that we have all of your ideas incorporated. If we can't incorporate everything, I want to give you a reason why. We do have to look at financial feasibility always, but if we start with the good ideas in early stages, many times they can all be worked into the project. And I know that you have a design review committee, and it's going to be reinstated, is that what I understand? On a project like this, we're happy to work with an ad hoc committee, a pre-design committee, whatever screening process you want to set up for input, so that you don't have to go through everything in long periods every time we come to see you. So we're happy to work with that process. That in a nutshell is what we had to share with you tonight. And we will put out a press release, and you will get notice first, instead of hearing it last. I want to make sure that we have a direct contact with each other. If we get the email to you, you can get it out to your board, is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I do have a question. Can we put his information up on our website for contact? Hey, Matt, as you're that, if you're put his contact information on our website, if possible, that way, because we only have a short amount of time to talk to him about this, so if there's any further questions, you can't make a comment tonight, you can just email directly to Mr. Harmer.
Yes.
You can respond next week, you get that, right?
Absolutely. This is a very, very important project for us. And I want to let you know I haven't delegated it off to any of my vice presidents or any secretaries or any junior people. I'm personally handling all the communications because I want to make sure that we are sensitive to the community and that the revitalization effort goes well. Now, the one thing that we have heard over and over again is this is an opportunity site. And the last thing I want to share with you is that we see it as an opportunity to not just revitalize the Pernicano property, but the whole block. And so our developers are currently, as we're here tonight, talking to neighbors about expanding the site from 25,000 feet, which is Pernicano site, and adding 5,000 feet on the side, which is pretty much a done deal, but adding another 20,000 feet, which is the Gilman property that's out on University, and making it a 50,000 square foot project.
Wow.
So that would give us an opportunity to make even more of an impact in the community and make the project even more special if we can do that. Now, that's just a negotiation. I'm sorry, sir, I'm around the corner here. Okay. You guys need a podium. Yes, if I could open my own voice. Or something that donations are coming, I can promise you. I heard 2,000 spoke for tonight earlier, right?
We could use some more.
Let's talk about that. But we're also in the process, this next month, of looking at expanding the site from 30,000 feet to 50,000 feet. So that'll make it even a greater neighborhood improvement than what we originally planned. Well, that's all we had time for tonight. We've got 2 minutes left, but I'll be glad to answer any questions that any of you have. And if you have a serious feeling about any input that you'd like us to take into consideration in design, we can share that in the next couple minutes. Is that okay, Mr. Chairman?
That's fine. In fact, looking at our calendar here, why don't we give it another 10 more minutes for just discussion items? And we'll, unless I hear your objection, we're just going to determine it together. We're just past 8 o'clock. Anybody? We had 10 more minutes on to you. How many people want to make comments from the public before this? Come on, right? Okay, let's give about 2 minutes. Okay, go ahead.
First of all, I want to say that Sherman and I have known each other for 45 years. We were both involved in Utah politics. We run the legislature. I was in student organization. Both of us were, I'll say, exiled from the state when the more far right took it over. I know you know the background here. But I worked, he's my neighbor in Bankers Hill. I worked with him on projects. I've seen him do projects. They have brought an extremely good person in to shepherd this project forward. And if you do a larger footprint project, one thing that I think we've talked about is the historic character, like on 5th and 6th, being preserved as part of that project.
Here we go.
Jim?
I don't know. Ready to go? 1 minute, by the way. Yes.
I got the impression the escrow hasn't closed, so is it premature now to say who the developer is and their history?
Yes, they're in negotiation now, and hopefully that'll be done within a week, and then we'll put out a press release for that.
Thank you.
All righty. Anybody else wants to speak? Yes.
Hi, I'm Luke Terpstra. I'm the chair of the Hillcrest Town Council. Thank you very much for coming and introducing yourself and starting to talk about your plan. We are thrilled for you. We wish you a lot of success, and we're looking forward to a wonderful project for Hillcrest. Thank you.
May I attend your next meeting?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. Eric, did I mention that they should do that? Thank you very much.
Thank you. You go to the right-hand side. Let me see that, you to the left. Last chance, all right. Let's jump to the board. Anybody have, give a minute for, person? You have the board want to comment?
No, but I'm gonna make a off comment. We do have money from this, CPC. CPGs get some money, so if we need to buy a podium. I'm serious, so, you know.
There's a point.
Okay, oh, there's one.
Okay, yes, Matt?
Just briefly, actually, if I understood correctly, that's where I'll go. Did you say there are also negotiations to purchase the other lots, or maybe one or two other lots on that
Just,
block?
currently just the Gilman side.
Okay, and is that the?
That's the University Avenue side.
Okay, that's the
The old
city
city
deli?
deli.
Okay, that's what I wanted to confirm, no, because that's actually pretty big news. I don't think that we've heard that before, so.
Yes, that's new.
That's, yes, so that's very interesting, and I think if it's done right, I think it's a very promising development. It could really help to prepare.
We drove by there tonight on the way here, and it needs some help.
Yes, yes.
That's an important block. And also, I think it's important to get the connectivity back between Fifth and Sixth Avenue. And make Fifth Avenue, where we got the dead space now, a more enhanced walking experience. Yes, sir.
I was thinking, bringing in from Fifth Avenue to University, something similar to like a Rodeo Drive kind of thing like that.
Oh,
They
an
have that,
arcade?
yeah.
Yes.
How they have a walkway going right to the restaurant and the restaurants and everything.
We'll make a presentation on an arcade. Jeannie's making a note. Oh, Ernie. Can't get rid of me, Ernie.
Will you be including public parking as well?
Yes, we're looking at that as part of the choices.
Like you did.
You go to the, left-hand side.
I think that this is a great opportunity to look at public open spaces for either gathering, seating, because there is a huge lack of public seating and public gathering spaces in that area.
What kinds of spaces would you like to see?
I won't give any specifics at this point, but I can envision either fountains or benches, something that's well landscaped. There's a lot of opportunities to build.
We've had a request for some public realm areas above the street level. So where you could have a wedding court, or a community gathering place, or something along that line. How would you think?
More at the street level,
Street level.
where, if it's in between a structure or
I'm
something.
gonna jump in too with that, is one of the, we've discussed that a little bit when we're doing our community plan update, and if that's something you do consider, I mean, one thing that we have to be careful about and mindful about on the street level is, homeless people coming and camping, so there is something to be said possibly for having it, at another level where, you won't get, homeless people just camping out all night and, so.
We're very familiar with the security that's required. Thank you for your suggestion.
Good suggestion, Doug. All right, anybody else on the right-hand side here?
Yeah, you can control some of that by having outdoor, eating areas and stuff like that, because it feels like got some space, but yet it's still under private management and monitored. I'm on the Hillcrest Parking Committee, I'm actually chair, so I'm glad to work with you if you can include some public parking. That's the area of Hillcrest that we're parking impacted on. I'd be glad to
I work with the family that they were in Gloria's office, the big parking lot that's there. So we're very sensitive to the parking and what a difference it makes in the lifestyle in the village. Thank you.
On top of that, could the, I don't know if this is possible, Adriana, but I know we have a parking, from the parking district we have, can we, maybe have money contributed to maybe going digging deeper down into the footprint and get more parking?
That's
It'll
something we
contribute
can do.
towards the building.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
It comes from my committee.
Well, I
And
know,
we'll make a recommendation.
I know, but I'm just saying, that's one, I was wondering if it's possible, get money towards that.
Yes.
Help
It's
out
definitely
the
something we can
developer.
look into.
It is possible.
Okay, all right.
I
I assume you'll be working with the architect when you get to design drawing stage.
Yes,
The thought occurs to me that, in the DD stage, design drawings, if we could make all of our ingress and egress turns, right turns only into the parking structure.
turn only, okay.
Coming out, you come out on Fifth, turn right. Getting in, you're coming south, on Sixth Avenue, you turn right. Does your property you don't get to Robinson, do you?
No,
No, so then on University.
I'm sure it's no problem coming out on Sixth. Question would be entrance on Fifth.
Fifth and or Sixth and University, we really don't want people turning left into the parking structure.
Oh, absolutely, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wheels on the right-hand side, or the opposite?
You mentioned that you've heard a lot of ideas and proposals and so on. Are any of these a little higher on your wish list of incorporation?
Well, the one thing that appears to be a really best practice today in this kind of a development, which wasn't the case just 5 years ago, was to put as many uses as possible in the development. So you get the synergy of mixed use. So if you get a hotel, it generates a restaurant. Restaurant generates meeting space. A hotel space could generate areas for rooftop gardens, or we could have a wedding court. We've got, or an anniversary court, or a party court, or something along those lines. So the synergy of mixed use, putting a hotel together with condominium or apartments.
Or just a hotel.
Public realm spaces, extra parking. It all creates a bunch of different uses that are integrated. Legally, it was very confusing 10 years ago to do this, even 5 years ago. It was confusing to do it because of the CC&Rs and all the multiple uses. We've ironed all that out today. And we figured out how to do all of that. So the best practices that we would have would be those.
Well, you've got a tremendous palette there, and I can see that your challenge is going to be prioritizing all of these things, so
Yes.
we're looking forward to a good job.
Okay, thank you very much.
Anybody else on the right-hand side? All right, perfect. Well, Sherman, thank you very much. Here in East by the way. And thank you very much. Where's your next presentation? Next month? You need next month? Yeah,
Thank you.